So I want to share with you this watch I've just bought, the Atelier Wen Perception, as I've been blown away by the level of craftsmanship and passion incorporated within this watch at the price point. And I really feel this is a microbrand that deserves way more attention and kudos for what they're doing. Honestly, as I've been wearing this watch for several days, I'm excited. I think this is a beautiful watch. The standout feature for me is its true hand-turned Guilloché dial. Now each dial takes 8 hours to craft. That's a real labor of love. And that task is performed by the only Guilloché master artisan in the whole of China and Asia, Master Cheng. An art using a rose engine that is mastered by less than 30 craftsmen in the world. It provides a beautiful texture that plays with the light. It's called Piao, or ethereal misty blue, resembling the sky and the ocean, and it constantly shifts in hue under different lights, from a cool icy blue to a grey cloudy blue. For me, it's mesmerizing, and it's not just the texture but the layers. The dial is constructed with a base with 2 additional guilloché layers on top and 12 cutouts to hold the raised rhodium-plated indices pointed to by a leaf-shaped hands. The interest, depth of texture, layers and color makes this one of my favorite watch dials at any price, giving Grand Seiko way more than a run for their money. It also comes in burnt copper, Zaya, and grey Ying, as well as limited editions in green and red. And the bracelet Atelier offers with this watch can also be swapped up with coloured rubber straps. Now the watch case is made from 904L stainless steel. That number may be familiar as it's very similar to the anti-corrosive steel you see on a Rolex. Its case and bracelet are beautifully finished, as is the semi-open case back. More on that as well as the specs later. The punchline though is the price. At just over £2,000, I think this watch is amazing value for the level of artistic craftsmanship that has gone into it. But this isn't just about value. What I love equally about this watch is it's an original take. It's a love letter to Chinese culture in the way that Grand Seiko is for Japan and nature. Yes, I love Swiss watches, but I also love to travel and immersing myself and appreciating different cultures and different heritage. And with more than 4,000 years of recorded history, China is the world's oldest continuous civilization, one that's been self-sufficient and relatively isolated until the 19th century. Now, Atelier Wen was born out of a passion for horology and a deep admiration of China's cultural heritage and craftsmanship's talents. It was founded by 2 close friends from France, Robin and Wilfred. The 2 came together while studying in Beijing in 2016 with that passion for Chinese culture and watches, and that's one that really shines through on this, the Perception. Atelier Wen means culture workshop. Atelier is the French word for workshop, and Wen is the Chinese word for culture. The watch is also aptly named as it plays with your perception of what the pinnacle of Chinese watchmaking can be. Look, feel, and enjoy without prejudice or preconceived notions. It really is that product of Paris meets Beijing, and for me, one of the most exciting micro brands. Now, I gave the Grand Seiko comparison earlier, and Atelier Wen is guided in contrast by Chinese architectural principles, which makes its design so beautiful and so unique. There are beautifully sculptured, curved sides that evoke Chinese pagodas with hexagonal shaped central links, and that Guilloché dial takes inspiration from ancient Chinese buildings with sun-mowered structures. I love the thoughtful use of brushed steel with just the polished edges that capture the light. The bracelet too is beautiful, giving this illusion of a continuous sheet of metal that curves comfortably around the wrist. It's probably most similar to the Vacheron 222. The watch is also not too shiny, and it's therefore not a scratch magnet. And personally, I prefer this bracelet to anything that I've seen to date from Grand Seiko or even Omega. And comparing to other integrated sports watches, I think it's really not until you shift into the over £25,000 category, that's 10x the price of this at retail, that you see a noticeably superior finishing and step up with the inimitable AP Royal Oak, and beyond that, the Nautilus. But Atelier is a big step up from a PRX, great value as that is, and it's more beautiful in my mind in its craftsmanship to the Christopher Ward 12. The only thing I would change, and it's similar interestingly to the Vacheron, is having slightly more aggressive tapering on that bracelet, and then this would be absolutely perfect. But that said, pound for pound, it is remarkable and it is beautiful at this price. Now, in terms of specs, the bracelet on the Perception comes with a very thoughtful micro adjustment that's easy to use and a push button clasp. The movement is a 32 jewel Dandon SL1588 automatic movement. It's been finished and also regulated further in 5 positions to improve its plus or minus 10 seconds a day accuracy, and it comes with 41 hours power reserve. There's a semi-display window on the case back, which is embossed with a guardian lion seen at the entrances of Chinese temples. It's 40mm diameter case. It's 47mm lug to lug, 9.4mm thick, and has water resistance to 100 meters. Fits perfectly on my 17.5 centimeter wrist, and I think any wrist size above 14 or 15 centimeters, it would be a great fit. Now, Atelier Wen's philosophy is they believe in transparency and taking pride in their origins, celebrating Chinese culture, crafts, and watchmaking, and they aim to manufacture the absolute best Chinese watches ever and change our perception. Wearing this on the wrist, I've personally been won over, as you can probably tell. Again, I'm stunned what they've achieved, how they've delivered it at this price, and it's a treat to wear something that has that hand-carved and unique dial. It's so much more than something that's a mass market offering. Atelier produced an original prototype over a year ago and have since worked to improve it in every way, taking on board customer feedback. And as a brand, I have to say the customer service and experience has been second to none. There is a WhatsApp channel where the brand's 2 founders, Wilfried and Robin, engage directly with their customers, forming a real sense of community with a common passion for watches. They've had some delays in the manufacturing process as they've scaled up from that original prototype, but they've insisted on staying true to their vision and quality, and they've been effective at managing expectations and keeping everyone updated. Furthermore, they've paid real attention to every detail, and that is so evident when this parcel arrived. I was stunned by one of the nicest watch boxes and packaging I've ever seen, giving it a real sense of luxury, thoughtfulness and care. With the Atelier stamp on the packaging, there's a reusable display box. They've gifted everyone a leather travel case, polishing cloth, and even tool to adjust the bracelet fit. Even the booklet is the most comprehensive I've seen, giving full background on the brand, their thought process and journey manufacturing this watch. Each watch and booklet is stamped with its unique number, reminding you that this watch is both accessible to everyone but also rare. Check out Atelier Wen if you haven't already. Definitely deserve your attention. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and subscribe, and do check out other content on this channel. Please leave comments. What do you think of the Atelier Wen Perception? Thank you for watching.